hello. Hi, Virgos. How are you doing? Welcome back to another video. We are getting into it for the month of April. I took a little break. I think I needed it. I think we all need a little break sometimes, and we need to be able to listen to ourselves, listen to our bodies, listen to our purpose. And mine was needing a little rest. So let's see what's coming up for the month of April for our Virgos. King of Wands. You know who else got King of Wands? Scorpio's got King of Wands as well. There's a lot of mastery of this fire energy that's coming up for people. And I love it. Three of Cups, a lot of joy, a lot of happiness, a lot of celebration coming up for people. Temperance, a lot of balancing out. This is a good month, Virgos. Good month so far. So we get the Three of Cups as your main one, beginning of the month. So a lot of celebration, a lot of happiness, a lot of spending time in community with the people that you love and cherish. This is going to help you balance out your heart and your mind. Get on the same page. Get on your own side. And also a quieting of that internal conflict. That internal conflict that you've been experiencing, that's coming to an end. I think part of that is because you're allowing yourself to explore a little bit more, to expand a bit more, to instead of fighting against yourself, say, okay, what do I need externally? I need a little bit more fun. I need a little bit more time with the people I enjoy. I need to broaden my horizons. And so taking that step, that active approach, instead of wallowing internally and moving externally, really gets things up and going for you and puts you into a better space. Six of Cups in reverse, clarified by a Three of Swords. And we got one more and a Knight of Wands. Okay, so there is a space coming in, showing up for you, that is you maybe feeling a little stuck in the past. There may be a lot of like you thinking about the past a bit, and feeling a bit like maybe some of the lessons that you needed to learn, you haven't learned yet. Some of the heartbreak that you experienced might be feeling very unfair or coming up for you quite a bit. But it seems like it's acting as a catalyst. It seems like it's acting as a catalyst to push you forward. So you may be going after some of your passions. So there may be some regret or some feeling like there's more left to do when it comes to your passions, when it comes to your goals, when it comes to your purpose. And you may be feeling this push to go after that, to pursue it intensely. And part of that is that it may seem like some of those cups that you could have chosen or cups that you have chosen have flipped over. The hopes and the dreams, it's time to make them reality. The ones that that you've tried that didn't work out, like it's all kind of pushing you to this very active stance. It's pushing you to this, I need to pursue these things because it's very present about the spaces where I have been holding back. Queen of Swords is your final card for the month. So setting really good boundaries, being a very strong communicator, advocating for yourself, writing up that business plan, writing that novel, doing that marketing for your business if that's needed. Things are moving in your favor. Time is moving forward. The circle is going. Divine timing is, doing this thing. And perhaps this was the time when this was meant to happen. Perhaps in the past it was not. We have Hierophant. Make sure you're turning in your paperwork. Tax season is coming to an end. Make sure you're filing your taxes on time. If you have a payment you have to make, just set up if you don't have the cash on hand, just set up a payment plan. But this taking charge of things mentally, communicatively, speaking up for yourself and really like organizing your thoughts, organizing your plan. Do you have a set plan for the second quarter? Do you know what it is you'd like to achieve in the month of April? Are you clear on that? Could you share that with other people if they asked you? Would you be able to answer that question? Get that clarity. Take that time. Bring these things in order. If you need mentorship, if you need to step up in a role as a mentor, as a teacher, embrace that. Embracing that mental power will cause your mind to be at ease. It will be the end of the stress. If you've been avoiding taking up the mental side of things because you felt overwhelmed, because you felt like the lessons were too much and you were kind of over having to constantly go through learning and experiencing and things coming up from the past, denying that, pushing that down, didn't make it go away, and it's not going to make it go away. It's only going to make it so that it's lurking over you, like standing over your head, blocking your ability to move forward. Embracing that, moving into a space of Queen of Swords, or having a Queen of Swords step up into your life is going to help you to move forward. We have the Four of Pentacles, so you're going to be focusing on that fiscal, financial stability. You just want to be grounded. You just want to know my bills are paid. I'm doing what I need to do. There may not be a lot of risk taking this month. That's okay. It's stabilizing energy. There's a little backwards flow here. There's a little bit of maybe some anxiety. We have 2 9s here. This is a very interesting, like, little final piece. Let me get your last card. Yeah. There's 2 9s here, and then a Queen of Cups in reverse. You are looking to just stabilize your finances, stabilize your housing, stabilize kind of that material, your physical health. You're just looking to find that stability, right? And there's some anxiety around that. There's some sleepless nights perhaps around that. I think you're doing a lot of work. I think it's just taking a lot of work. I think taking and stepping into this role of taking mental responsibility leans into finding that fiscal, that financial stability. And it comes with a little stress with it. But with the stress, we also have this kind of like financially being able to chill. It's kind of like your scales are dipping back and forth a little bit. And where you find that financial, physical stability, there's a little dip then in your mental stability, your mental health. Especially because it seems like in part of this, in kind of leaning towards moving towards this financial stability, this, secured housing, transportation, paying all your bills, all that stuff, you start to maybe neglect taking care of yourself emotionally. So this is a very interesting reading because there is this kind of like back and forth, a little bit of maybe not denial per se, because you start the month off in a really good space. But then it's like being in that good space tips your scales a little bit emotionally to where you start thinking about the past, you start reviewing the past, you start thinking about things that didn't work out, you start thinking about like heartbreaks that you experienced. But the Six of Cups in reverse could be like moving out of the past, no longer feeling stuck, no longer feeling naive. It can be Three of Swords in reverse can be like, okay, maybe there are some lessons that I still need to learn from the heartbreaks. Maybe it's a connection that's not, you're not breaking up, you're not disconnecting. The passion is there, you're moving forward. But that Seven of Cups in reverse is saying that, like, maybe it's time to make the daydreams real. Maybe it's time to make the fantasies real. But it is giving very much of like a turning everything on its head a little bit. And this putting you into this like passionate, I need to go after these things. I need to move forward. And taking that mental control as the Queen of Swords does get the things moving. But it's like you come to this space where you want to, at the end, achieve this stability financially. This seems to throw you off balance just a little bit. You're putting a lot of hard work and energy towards this. You find a lot of joy and happiness and ease in your finances, but it throws your mental and your emotional health off balance, off kilter just a bit. So I would be mindful of that. I know that it is a step forward, and I think it is a step forward towards what it is that you're, some of these dreams that may have been forgotten, that sense of the King of Wands, the reluctant leader. Um, and that as you're like mastering this Wands energy, it does pull you out of balance just a little bit mentally and emotionally. So I would be mindful of that, Virgo. But all right, that's going to be it for the month of April. Take your time, be gentle with yourself, be loving with yourself. You deserve it. All right, I'll see y'all later, Virgos.